and look how nice it opens. Wow. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Cricut machine. This is the Cricut Explore Air 2 and it is the most amazing machine ever. But I want to show you how to use it because I know when I got it I was very confused. But it's really simple. So I bought it in the beautiful mint color. Basically, I want to give you a little rundown. I'm going to show you how to use the design space. I'm also going to be designing some of my stickers. So I'm going to show you how to put them in design space, how to get them to print and cut correctly. I'm excited. Let's go. So this is the beautiful machine. So it's got a lot of different settings here. You can use paper, vinyl, iron-on, cardstock, bonded fabric, poster board. I use change a dial every time I put a new material in. For my stickers, I use cardstock because I want it to cut through the whole entire photo paper. But if you don't, you can set it on paper and they'll print really awesome for sticker sheets. You've also got some storage containers in here, which I've never used, but you can if you want to. And find out later how to close the doors because I know that was one of the questions I had when I first got it. And it's really easy, but there's no instructions. Also, I bought all the Cricut tools. So far, I have used one. This helps get my stickers off really well because using your hands, you can damage them. So this is a great tool. I know you can use this when you use all of your vinyl to rub onto different materials. So I haven't bought any yet, so I'm going to use that once I do. But yeah, you get some scissors, a spatula, and some little tweezers if you need them. So when I'm creating my stickers, I like to use Procreate to design everything. You can design it directly from the design space, but I don't find it as user-friendly as Procreate. So I design everything on there and then I import it in. But I'm going to show you how to use the design space as well, just designing a simple text. So let's go do that. This is your Cricut design space. So it's going to open up a new project here. This is what your design space will look like. And you've got plenty of different options if you want to either choose a template. So there's a lot of different templates you can use just to get the dimensions right. So if you're putting in, for example, a bowl, it's going to show you this bowl outline. It's not going to print it, as you can see up here, but it's going to show you exactly how big each of your shapes or size or design is. Okay, so looking at your design space, we're just going to add a little text. So you can type anything, and I like to drag it up so it's closer to where you're going to print it. And this looks like it's going to be really big, so I'm going to shrink it, but you can see exactly how long everything is, which is really handy. With this, it's going to be cut as just a cut, so you're not printing this off first. But if you needed to change that, you can just go up here and click print, and then it will be changed to that cut and print option. If you don't, just change it back to cut. If you, for example, wanted to draw this on one of your cards with your fine print pen, you can just change it to draw, and then it's just going to draw that with a fine pen that's included. I like to cut this one. You can even make it a curved line, fully rotated in, up, down, anything you like. So there's heaps of options, which is great. You can add different shapes in here. I don't know why I chose pentagon, but here we go with the pentagon. You can do that. Again, if you want to cut and print. So they're going to be on different layers. If you wanted to group them together, just select both and then click flatten. And then it's going to join as one little image. So there's heaps of different things you can use with the Cricut design space, but I find that my Procreate designs are much more user-friendly, so I just upload them every single time. So I'm going to show you how I use my stickers. I'm going to upload, as I've already saved these in the past, but I'll show you how to do it. You upload an image. So I've got my images in my documents and stickers. I'm going to show you today how to print my cactus stickers. So these are my cactuses here. You'll come to this space, it will tell you to select an image type. So you've either got simple, moderately complex, or complex. I always choose complex just to make sure it gets it right. And you can see I've put a grey border in. So the important thing here is you only want that white and you want to get rid of that grey. Just helps to give that dimension between the two. So I've selected and erased everything I need, and then you click continue. And you can see they're all outlined nicely with that white border. So when you come to here, you've got two options. You've either got this print then cut or saving as a cut image. If you save as a cut image, you're not going to get the design. It's only going to cut around a certain shape or a piece of paper that you put in. Because of my stickers, I obviously want this design in there. I'm going to choose a print then cut option. So I'm going to click save. And then it's going to bring you to your uploaded images. So I'm going to pick this one today and insert it onto my design space. Already you can see there's this orange triangle up here to say that it's too big. So I'm going to drag it to the top of my sheet, and then you just have to drag it in for a while until it stops having that yellow sign. So you can see it's disappeared now. If that yellow symbol is up there, it's not going to print. So you need to get it within the borders of the paper. I like to double check that I've got the dimensions right, so it's about 4.5 centimeters, which is exactly what I need. And then when you're ready, you can cut and print. Over here, before we go, you can check that it's a cut and print option. So if I selected it and change this to no fill, it's going to get rid of the design and change it to just a cut. But here you're going to click print, and it's going to bring you to this screen. You'll get an image that has a black outline, which will help your Cricut actually find where to cut. If you just print it on a normal piece of paper without these black lines, it's not going to cut for you. So everything looks all good. Click continue. So to send to printer, it's really important to use this system dialog, and you'll get a note here that says it will pop up behind your screen, which it does every single time. So I'm going to click print, and it will keep loading like this. So I'm just going to minimize, and hopefully, here we go, my print options come up. So with this, I'm using a glossy photo paper. So it's going to come from the rear tray, click glossy photo paper. I always set best for the quality, and then click print. As you can see, once it's printed, it'll give you these options. So you can check that it's set to the right material. For my stickers, as I said, I always like to put it onto cardstock. Okay, so I've successfully printed it. And you can see it's all on one sheet, so it needs to go into the Cricut machine to cut. I've rotated my Cricut machine because it's really important, because this sheet of material that it goes on will actually go through the Cricut and the back. So if it's near a wall, it's going to damage, and you don't want that to happen. I'll bring you over to the Cricut and we'll cut it together. Loaded onto my light grip Cricut sheet, and you want to make sure that it's exactly in the corners, because if it's not, the black line might not be detected and then it might not cut properly for you. Once you're happy with that, you're going to put it into these little clasps on the machine. You're going to see this little flashing arrow button. This is what you want to press for it to grip inside the Cricut machine. You're going to press this. You can see if you pull it, it's now gripped in there. When you're ready to cut, you want to make sure it's on the right setting, so cardstock. And again, you can refer to your computer to check. So it's on cardstock, all good to go. Once you're happy and ready for it to cut, make sure it's all stuck onto this material really well. And then you just press this little Cricut C. That's going to scan through, see how it's gone through the back. And the whole time your computer's updating you to tell you what's happening. So it's scanning. So you can see there's a little light. It's a camera looking for all the points. And another really good thing to know, if you, for instance, put it on the wrong card setting and you'd already loaded in and started it, you can just hit this pause button and then you can change it around. So if it was on paper and you meant to put it on cardstock, just hit pause, rotate it, and then you can continue with your project. And then it will tell you that it's cutting. So it's successfully done it. And now we've finished cutting, and it's still going to be loaded in there. So you want to press this arrow again, unload it. And then my favorite part, and I'm going to attempt to do this one-handed. Let's see how it goes. But you're going to peel this corner and then peel all. See how I told you I couldn't do it one-handed? So then you've got them all stuck on your sheet. So you're going to need to use your tool to pick them all up. So let's go and do that. We've got our sheet here, which we're going to pick everything off with this little tool. So you just go under them and then pick up. So just to make sure they're not damaged. And then you do this with every single one. And it's as simple as that. So now I've got my cute little cacti stickers, and now something that you've all been waiting for, how to close the doors. I know it sounds like a stupid question, but I was very confused when I first got it. I even had to look it up online. So you've got the open button here, but when you want to close it, make sure it's turned off, and you're going to push both drawers in until it clicks. And same with this one, until it clicks, and then it's all done. If there's anything you want to know about the Cricut machine or different materials to use, I've used iron-on vinyl paper, cardstock, photo paper, so just let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to help. I've reached out to the Cricut support service and it took over a month, so it's always good to reach out to people that know or have used a product in the past, as you'll probably get a quicker response. Definitely let me know in the comments if there's anything at all you're confused with or want help with, and I'd be happy to help. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you, bye!